In the meantime, how did you win the day today? As you're coming in, as you're telling me where you're joining me from, tell me, how did you win at today? What was your small win today? Or here's another way you could put it. How did you seize the day today? Hey Judy, hey Judy. Judy, where are you joining us from? How did you seize your day today? So come on in. Oh, I found me, y'all. I found it. Yay. Found me. How did you seize your day today? Come on in and tell me, how did you do it? I'm so excited for another Monday night, another Facebook Live. Isn't it great just to be alive? So, Ashley said, my win for the day, I drank 2 liters of water, going on 3. Big deal for me, she says. Hey, if it's a big deal for you, it's a big deal for us as well. So congrats. Come on, y'all. Let's celebrate Ashley. Hey, Miriam joining us from Florida. Hey, Christy. Christy's joining us from, oh, she is on an extended spring break vacation in Deerfield, Florida. Nice, Christy. Nice, nice. Oh, so you're definitely in the beautiful weather. Brittany says, hello, I realize I just released 70 pounds today. I am winning. Joining in from California. 70 pounds. Come on now. Somebody celebrate. Somebody celebrate, Brittany. 70 pounds. That is like so humongous. So come on, guys. We got to celebrate you, Brittany. That is awesome. Listen, y'all. 70 pounds. So listen, I released, are you ready? Mine isn't as much as Brittany, but hey, mine's the micro. What is it? The needlepoint moves. That's it. So I'm celebrating, I think as of today, I think it's 22 pounds, but I'm done. I'm done. I'm done. Right. So I'm excited about that. Judy says, I'm joining from Brooklyn, New York. Valerie says that she is from Wilmington, Delaware. And yeah, that's right. Judy says, yay. So let's celebrate Brittany, 70 pounds. Let's celebrate Ashley drinking the water. Christy says, way to go, Brittany. That's right. Way to go. I mean, that's a big deal, right? That's a big deal. That's a big deal. How else is everyone celebrating today? Come on in and join me and tell me, how else are you celebrating your day today? Or not, well, not just celebrating your day, but how did you win today? How did you seize your day today, right? Remember, we talk about there's always something in your day, in the 24 hours, that you can find that you could say, oh man, this is how I seized my day today. This is how I won today. Because we've got to begin to train our minds to always look for the positive in everything that we're doing, in everything that we're experiencing. Sometimes, many times, most of us, our mind is straight to always see the negative. Like it's just done. We always see the negative, right? Is that true, y'all? Don't leave me out here by myself. Right? Don't leave me out here by myself. So if you know this is true for you, sometimes you'll see that negative before you see the positive, or when you see the positive, you'll see a whole bunch of negative. So what I'm doing is I'm trying to retrain my mind to always seize that day, to always look at something that, whoa, in the worst days, this is what's good. Valerie says my win for today. She completed 3 PowerPoint presentation for a major virtual convention. All right, that's really good. That's really good. So come on, y'all. Let's celebrate. Let's celebrate. Thank you, Christy. Christy says, yep, that's true. We look at all the negatives and sometimes we don't see the positive that's there. So come on, guys. Come on in and tell me what's going on for you. How did you seize it? I'm going to tell you how I seized my day, or what was my win for the day, in a few minutes. But I just want to give a few more people a chance to come in. I want to give a few more people to share. Let us know where you're also joining us from. If you look at the replay, I want you to put hashtag replay and let me know where you are joining us from, right? I feel like if I get my glasses has a reflection, so I apologize for that, y'all. But come on in, right? Come on in. When you see somebody and you're in agreement with them, if you're on Facebook, go ahead and heart it up on Facebook and say, oh yeah, I agree with that. I love that. That is so true, so true, so true. So, guys, one more time. How did you seize your day today? Come on in and let me know. How did you do? How did you do today? How did you see? So, here's mine. This is how I seized my day today, right? I've had a long weekend. And sometimes, it's one of these Mondays where you wish that your weekend was just one day longer. Hey, Tracy, coming in from Camden, Delaware. And she said her win for the day was eating more. Yay. So someone may say, eating more, is that a win? Yes. Whatever it is for you, it's a win. So thank you, Tracy, for changing, for sharing that. It's a win. So here is my win for the day, guys. All right. Because I always want, today I felt as if I needed another Sunday, or I just needed one extra weekend day. Right. Do you guys sometimes feel like that when it comes to Monday, or by Sunday evening at 8 o'clock or 9 o'clock in the evening, you're thinking, oh my gosh, I just wish that I just had one more day. Someone says, hey, hi, sis, hi back to you. But it just says Facebook user. So tell us who you are, but hi back to you, right? Ashley says, Yana, so true. So here's my win, right? I wore this t-shirt today because this is my win. I needed to remind myself, can y'all see this? I'm going to stand up real quick. That God is still in control. No matter what's going on around me, no matter what I'm facing, no matter how I'm feeling, God is still in control. God is still in control, right? So that is my win. Judy says, yes, I needed it too. That is my, hey, Toya. Hey, Toy. Sorry, not Toya. Hey, Toy. Hey, how are you? How are you? Long time no see, Toy. Long time no see. So yeah, guys, that was my win today. As I went through my day, and just a little bit on the tired side. Judy says, "Amen, Esther." Yeah, God is still in control. So I wore my shirt just to remind me. And I looked at it, I said, "Yeah, that's right. God is still in control." And that's what I want to remind you tonight, that no matter what is going on in your life, that God is still in control of everything, and sometimes, yeah, thank you, Judy, for putting that. Sometimes we have to have that reminder that God is in control, right? Do you see, and sometimes what we have to do, for me, I wore the shirt today, and honestly, guys, it wasn't really a plan. Hold on, I'm just doing this real quick, right? It wasn't like I had this big plan, but I thought, you know what? Let me just throw this on. Really, I threw it on because it was comfortable to wear, and it was Monday, and I thought, okay, I just wanted to be comfortable today. But as I read it, and as I went through my day, and as I began to think and look, what's my win for the day, right? If I could look at one thing out of my day, Christy, what's your win for the day? Judy, what's your one thing? If you could look at your entire day, what's your one thing that you could win for the day? Juliet, what's your one thing that you could win for the day? Miriam, what's your one thing that you can say, you know what? Out of everything, this is the one thing. Toy, what's your one thing? I want you to type it in chat. Type it on Facebook. Heart up or like up and say, yeah, that's it right there. My one thing, if with everything else that's going on, my one thing is that God is still in control. God is in control, guys. And that's what I love, that no matter what's going on, God is in control, right? And He leads me and He guides me, right? And what I have to learn to do is take that time to listen. Take that time to listen. Judy says, I woke up this morning. Yeah, because sometimes we even take waking up, you know, for granted. We take it for granted when we did wake up this morning. God is in control. So if you're coming on now, let's see. Julietta said that let's see. She said, I was able to complete one of my computer classes. Yay, yay. Good job. Good job. God is still in control. What else? Because she's able to complete one of her computer classes. That's a win. That's a win. How else did you win today? Right? How else did you win today? What was great about your day? What was great about your day? So I want you to think about it. And as you think about it, I want you to go ahead and I want you to put it in chat, right? Put it in the chat. Okay, because today what I want to talk to you about just briefly, I'm not going to be very long with you. I want to talk to you about your tolerations. So I have to tell you a couple things that was yesterday was my first the first class of my coaching program, the possibility journey, and it was phenomenal. Let's see, hold on guys. Christy says, my one thing for the day is I had more patience with the little boys at the hotel pool who weren't so nice to my daughter. Hey, that's good though. Exactly. That's the one thing, right? That's the one thing today, that she had more patience with the little boy at the hotel, little boys who were not so nice to her daughter. Let's celebrate that, because sometimes, guys, when you've got somebody not being nice to your child, the whole mama comes out. Okay, you forget. You forget. You're like, hold up, wait a minute, wait a minute. That's my child you messing with. So we celebrate you, Christy. We celebrate everyone. I do, right? Celebrate everyone that they're seeing their win. They're seeing their way. Every day you wake up, look for that. Look for that win to say, what is it that I could celebrate about myself today? Right? What is it I could celebrate about myself today? That's what we're calling looking for the wins. What can I celebrate about me today? Right? So listen. Christy says, yes, ma'am. Thanks. Thanks. You're welcome. That's good stuff. Good stuff. So, um, uh, what are you tolerating? So we've talked about our wins, right? We've talked about how, what we're celebrating. So my question to you, I went back and I said, and I'm asking this because last night was the first class for the possibility journey, right? It was our first, and it was phenomenal. But one of the questions I asked the ladies to do was to tell me, what are they tolerating, right? Because many times we tolerate things and we don't even realize what we're tolerating. So Miriam says, I'm going to keep, as I talk, I'm going to keep reading, guys. I'm going to tell you what others are saying about their win. Miriam said, I got a good report on my mammogram. Come on, let's celebrate her. That's excellent, excellent. Celebrating. Those are things you got to look and you got to celebrate yourself, right? A good report on the mammogram. So come on. Yeah. So guys, let's heart her up on, there you go, heart her up and say, that's how you let them know. So what's your win? Sonia, what's your win for the day? What can you celebrate about yourself today? Let's begin to look at it, right? Tolerations. What are you tolerating in your life, right? I want you to think about that, and that even after we get off of this live, I want you to think about, what is it I'm tolerating in my life? Sometimes we're tolerating things and we don't know that we're really tolerating them. We don't know that we're tolerating them because we've been tolerating them for so long. And sometimes I know I've asked many the question, and they'll say, oh, I don't really think I'm tolerating much. But then when I ask them to really begin to think about it and begin to write it down, that all of these things you think about will come to your mind, right? What is it that you're accepting as this is the norm? This is just how it's going to be. It's not going to change. That's a toleration. What is it that's just dragging you down? It's just pulling you down, and you're just tolerating it. You're just dealing with it. That's a toleration. If you feel comfortable, I want you to type it in chat. What is it that you're tolerating? What is it? Because now we're switching from, you found what you can celebrate. Now I'm asking, what are you tolerating? Going back to Tracy. Tracy says, I'm celebrating 2 weeks of ringing the bell, beating stage 3. How do you say it? Metastatic lung cancer on 3/2/26 life. That's a big celebration. Come on, y'all. Let's heart her up on Facebook. Let's heart her up and show her some love. Man, ringing the bell. right? Ringing the bell, ringing the bell, ringing the bell. So come on, that is life. That is life. That's gaining life back, right? Amen. That's saying that this is not going to beat me. So come on, guys, let's heart her up. That is a big celebration there. Big celebration there. Thank you, Tracy, for sharing that. Thank you for sharing that. So now, guys, let's talk about what you're tolerating right now. What are you tolerating? Are you tolerating situations? Are you tolerating the behaviors of others? Hmm. What are you tolerating in your life? Right? What are you tolerating in your life? Are you tolerating unmet needs? Are you tolerating the lack of celebration in your life? Lack of appreciation in your life? Lack of feeling value or lack of feeling worthy? Are you tolerating that? So I want you to think about it. Are you tolerating boundaries that has been crossed? Someone has crossed the boundary in relationship. Is that something you're tolerating? Are you tolerating your health? Meaning that are you tolerating not taking care of yourself? Is that something that you're just dealing with? Because you don't see how it can get better. What is it that you're tolerating in your life? Are you tolerating not being happy? Are you tolerating not experience true peace through joy? What is it are you tolerating? And I want you, if you feel comfortable, I want you to think about it and I want you to put in the chat, what are you tolerating? Because as you look at what you're tolerating, what I want to do for you tonight is, or do with you tonight, is bring an awareness, right? Because when you become aware of what you're tolerating, and I didn't give the list of everything, right? But when you become aware of what you're tolerating, then it motivates you to do something about it. Really, you have a choice. You can continue in the toleration mode, right? Or you can do something about it. And you can make a decision as to which direction you want to go in. But the first thing that has to happen is that you have to look and say, what am I tolerating? So let me just pull something up. Sonia says in when with her celebration, I experienced no stress while working on midterm grades for my accelerated classes, among other things. Peace was still. Amen. Good stuff. I love it, guys. I love it. I love it. I love it. So now I want y'all to switch your focus now. Judy, tell me, give me one thing that you're tolerating. Christy, what's one thing that you feel that you're tolerating? Tracy, Miriam, come on and share, y'all. Juliet, what are you sharing? Toy, what are you tolerating? Give one thing that you're tolerating, right? That you're saying, you know what? I don't want to tolerate this anymore. I don't want to tolerate this anymore. So I'll start. One of the things that I felt as if I was tolerating was inconsistency. you know I mean, there's a few things that I could honestly list that I'm tolerating, and I look and said, you know what, I choose not to tolerate this anymore. And one of the things I choose is not to tolerate inconsistencies in in what happens, let's say, in my life. You understand what I mean? And so, and then begin to say, okay, what are those inconsistent things? What are those things that I see that I'm tolerating that's important to me, that's inconsistent? Because for me, when something is inconsistent, then it pulls away my joy, right? It doesn't give me a peace. And I don't know about you, but I like being at peace. Christy says, I'm with you on that, Pastor. Thank you, Christy. You know, it takes away my peace, y'all. You know, and so I have to look at what is it that's inconsistent that I am choosing to tolerate on a regular basis. And so basically that's what I'm asking you. Tolerating. What are you tolerating? You're just putting up with it. You're just dealing with it. You're saying, okay, well, I don't know if this is going to ever change. What is it that you're doing? So I want you to name one thing, right? And then what I want you to do from here is at that one thing, just one thing, y'all, just one thing. And I want you to begin to think about, what can I do? You can make a choice now. You can say, I'm going to leave it like the way it is, and I'm just going to continue to tolerate it. Or you could say, you know what? I am going to do something about it. And I don't want you to write in the chat what you're going to do about it, but I want you to think about, what are you going to do about it? And then on the Facebook page, right, go ahead and post and tell me, what are you going to do about the one thing that you're tolerating? You know, if you're tolerating not eating healthy foods, what are you going to do about it? If you're tolerating not really taking care of yourself, what are you going to do about it? What is it that you're going to do? So Juliet says that I am tolerating procrastination. Awesome. Because can I tell you, that's good, Juliet. When you identify what you're tolerating, right? When you identify it, then you could do something about it. But if you don't identify it, you'll never be able to do anything about it. You will continue tolerating it. Okay. Let's see. I tolerate second guessing myself way too often, way too often. Why? So now here's the question. Begin to look at, how are you second guessing yourself, and why are you second guessing yourself? And what's the next step to where you can stop second guessing yourself? Tracy, taller sitting. I'm not sure. I'm not sure what you mean by that, Tracy. Can you clarify for me? Let's see. Ashley said, I'm tolerating unhealthy habits. I love it, guys. I love it. I love it. Because now you are now identifying exactly what you're tolerating. You're identifying it. And once you identify what you're tolerating, then you can begin to look at, what steps do I need to take so I could stop second guessing myself, so I could put aside procrastination and stop procrastinating. And here, let's go a step further. What is it I'm procrastinating in? Let's even get down to that. And where is it I second guess myself? Do I second guess myself in every decision I make, in everything I do, or is it just in certain things? What is it I do? What are my unhealthy habits? What are they? Right? And so you can say, okay, now that I've identified I tolerate unhealthy habits, then you can list, what's one unhealthy habit? What is one unhealthy habit? And then from there, you can say, I'm going to change that one unhealthy habit. Hey, Katrina. Hey, hey, hey. How are you? How are you? Valerie says, I'm tolerating a messy environment. So now, what are we going to do? What are you going to do about that messy environment? What is it that you're tolerating in your life that's causing you not to live out the way that you would like to live out? That's pulling something, taking something away from you. Once you identify it, then you can do something about it. See, 2021 is the year of, it's our time. I've been saying it. Everybody's been saying it. It's my time. It's my time to move forward. It's my time to up level. It's my time to make some changes in my life. And here we are in April. We're in the second quarter of 2021. And I want to tell you, it is not too late to say, you know what? I'm not going to tolerate this anymore. I'm going to make some change of that. And so let's see. Sonia says, me too, Valerie. What Valerie says, a messy environment. Sonia says, me too. Jaleesa says, I'm tolerating wasted time. Yeah. Wow. So how do we shift that? How do you shift that? Identify it. That's the first thing you do. Identify your tolerations, right? You can list a lot of them, but then pick one. What's the most important one? Identify it and then get really specific about it. And then what action step? Just one. What is one needlepoint move? Needlepoint move. Doesn't even have to be a big move. What's a needlepoint move that you could make to shift that toleration? So I want you to think about that. I want you to think about, as we're going through this week, right? As we're continue going through 2021, what is it that you can shift? So some of the things that you were dealing with in 2020, you're saying in 2021, it's not going to happen. I'm making this one micro needle point move. I'm setting this micro goal. I'm going to up level this part of my life, right? So listen, can I tell you, if one of the things that you're tolerating is not celebrating yourself enough, then I have got, y'all know where I'm going with this. I have got the perfect event, because many of us, while we don't want to admit it, we don't celebrate ourselves enough. We don't celebrate ourselves. And then we many times don't celebrate our sister friends or our brothers, our loved ones. We don't celebrate them. We go through life without celebration. And y'all know I'm all about celebrating exactly what you do, right? Because anything that's celebrated is repeated. Anything that's celebrated is repeated, right? So even after, I love it. I got to read this. Judy says, I tolerate being, I tolerate breaking promises to myself. Whoa, one hand up, two hand up. Y'all need to put in there, if that's you, me too. I know that's me. I tolerate it and breaking promises to myself. I don't tolerate it that much anymore, but that's still, it's never a one and done. I'm still working on it, breaking promises to myself. So come on, guys, love, put heart it up if you know that's you, if you know that is something that you tolerate, is breaking promises to yourself, right? What is it? Juliet said, me too. Valerie said, Yana, come on, because we know that, Judy, that you are not the only one. You are not the only one. That's right. Tanisha says, anything that's celebrated is repeated. Anything that's celebrated is repeated. And on your journey, celebrate everything in your life. Celebrate it, because if it's celebrated, it's repeated. And years ago, I did a research on the importance of celebration. And what I found in the research that I did was that the research said that celebration should be a planned part of your day. It should be in your DNA. Because when you put celebration in your DNA, when it's planned out that you're going to celebrate, then what you are going towards, your goal that you're going on, the up leveling that you're thinking about doing, you will actually accomplish it. Why? Because you celebrate it. But you don't wait till the end result to celebrate it, y'all. You celebrate it on the way. So even as you're looking at the things you're tolerating, and now you're going to say, this is the one thing, just one thing, y'all, I'm saying to you, that I'm going to look at changing. I'm going to change this area of my life in which I procrastinate in. I'm no longer going to break the promises to myself. And the first thing I'm going to do in not breaking the promises to myself is this activity. And then celebrate. Celebrate, first of all, that you can identify the tolerations, and then celebrate your micro action step. Let's see. Tracy says, I tolerating allowing people to come into my space knowing they don't have good intentions, but I try to see the best in people. Yeah. So when you know you tolerate that, then here's the question, right? How do I not do that? How do I set healthy boundaries for myself? So then I no longer let people in my space that don't have my best interests at heart. You're getting so many yanas with that. So here's it. How do I now set those healthy boundaries, right? Where I no longer tolerate it, right? I just set healthy boundaries for me. Right? I love it, guys, because you're identifying your tolerations. And identification is the first thing. Now, the second is, what are we going to do about it? What are you going to do about it? Right? What are you going to do about it? Right? So I celebrate you for identifying it. Good job, good job, good job, good job, good job. Yay. So listen, celebrate your journey along the way. Celebrate your journey. Why? Because it should be in your DNA. You want to continue the celebration because anything that's celebrated is repeated. So as you are looking at the steps, the action steps that you're going to take, when the one that you identified in your toleration, then you're going to say, I'm going to celebrate this along the way. I'm going to celebrate that boundary that I've just set. It's a small boundary, but I've set it and celebrate it. right? I'm going to celebrate that now. I'm not going to drink this entire week. If one of your unhealthy habits is drinking sodas, I'm not going to drink any sodas this week. Let me celebrate that. Let me celebrate making the decision, taking the action step, right? Because because when you're in action, right? Action is the antidote for despair, right? Action is the antidote for despair, right? So when you take action step, it decreases it, it decreases despair. Not it doesn't decrease it, it stops it, because now I'm in action. Okay, I'm in action. I'm just trying to read some of the comments. So thank you, Sonia, for putting that up there. So in celebration, since we know there's got to be a part of our DNA, since we know that it's necessary for our well being, it's necessary for our joy, our peace, our happiness, it's necessary for us to go to the next level. I want to invite you to come and celebrate with me on May 28th and 29th. The 28th is the VIP, the 29th is the big celebration at the riverfront in Wilmington, Delaware. The riverfront in Wilmington, Delaware. I want you to come and join me as we celebrate 6:30, I believe, till 11 o'clock that evening, right there on the riverfront. This is the Festa della Donna soiree, and I'm so super excited about it. I'm so glad, guys, it's in May, because it's the perfect time for a celebration. We're in the second quarter of 2021, and it's time for us to celebrate each other all the time, right? And so we're coming together, right, in a COVID-friendly environment. Yes, social distancing, definitely. Yes, we're going to wear our mask. Yes. And yes, we're going to love on each other, because what I have found out, distance does not mean the lack of love. We could, distance, just because we're 6 feet social distance, that does not mean that we don't feel the humanity and the presence in the room, right? So I want you to join me and come on and celebrate with me as we celebrate each other, and just celebrate being here, making it through to 2021, right? Come on in and celebrate. We've got the entire evening planned out with you, with just wonderful food. We've got Dr. Viola Pierce coming, and she's going to empower you. She's going to uplift you, right? And then I'll be speaking as well. We're going to be giving you tools to take you to that next level of fulfillment, the next level of fulfillment, the next level of success, the next level of celebration, right? We're going to take you there. And not only are we inviting you to come and join us, but we're saying, hey, bring your husband, bring your significant other, bring your son, or men, bring your mothers. Listen, it's about us coming together and lifting each other up and pouring into each other. And so I invite you to come and join me. I invite you to click the link, register now. I invite you to do it. I invite you to come into an environment that's spirit filled, content rich, and God focused. I invite you to come in and lift up your spirit. Come on in, and yes, do a little dancing with us, do some laughing with us. Come on in. The seats are filling, because we're not even going to capacity as what the hotel told us that we can go to. We're not even doing that, right? We want to ensure that everybody that comes uh, is feeling free, and they're not concerned, right? So we're not even going to the capacity of the hotel that they're saying that we can have. We're keeping it at low capacity, and tickets are going. And while I cannot tell you as of tonight how many tickets we have, I want to encourage you to get it. All of our vendor slots are full. We said only 4 vendors, and 4 vendors are there. That's already gone. Okay, so make sure that you come in. Ashley said, so excited about this event. Listen, Ashley, invite others to come. Bring your girlfriends. Bring your tribe and come on in. Bring your tribe and let's just celebrate together. We've got people coming from New York and we've got them coming from Philly and just from everywhere. So be a part. Tickets will be available until the ending of this month. However, if we fill up prior to that, we will not be accepting more. So make sure that you waste no time, that you get your tickets tonight. Get your tickets today. For some of us, it's today. Some of us, I don't know where you are. It may be just this evening, but get it. Waste absolutely no time. The link is right there. The link is right there. Come in and celebrate. Juliet said, I'm super excited to be there. Ashley said, yeah, I said, so excited about this event. Judy said, I'm excited to come. Oh, yeah. It's going to be a great, great time. We have met. I met with my coordinators and we have put everything in place. Everything has been planned out for you. Some are asking, what is the dress? The dress is because it's your night. Is whatever you want to wear. So if you want to get dressed up and with you and your girlfriends because y'all are just coming to celebrate, then you just get dressed up. If you want to dress casual because it's really about you. The celebration is about you. The celebration is about lifting you up. The celebration is about encouraging you and helping and giving you the tools to continue throughout in 2021 and life. So yes, it's an international celebration, right? It's a multicultural celebration. So it doesn't matter, it's a listen, we're not concerned about where you've been, how you look. That's not the concern. We just want people to come together. We've been living in such a toxic environment. And every time it seems as if we turn on the TV, something negative, something is always going on. My goal and my focus is to focus on the positive. My focus is to up level. My focus is to inspire, to encourage. Right? That's my focus. Sonia says the FDD events are the highlights of my 2021. Yeah. They're my highlights too, Sonia. Yeah, because we get to be around phenomenal women, phenomenal women. And this year, and although in past men have always come, but now I'm really saying men come out. So we get to be around phenomenal men. And how about this? We get to be around phenomenal human beings for about 6 hours if you just come on Saturday. If you come on Friday night, you get some extra special treats as we have a very private social distancing event. I'm excited, guys. I'm excited because it's in the spring. It's, warm. The flowers are blooming. It's a new beginning. Spring brings new beginnings. So I'm excited for you to join me. So come on in. Make sure that you click the link. It's listed in the Facebook page. It's listed in the chat. You click the link and get your ticket. Invest in you. If you're tolerating, not investing in you, this is the time for you to get out of that and invest in you. Invest in just lifting yourself up. Say to yourself, I am worth it. And come on out. There's also hotel rooms. There's a link that will also be in the Facebook group that will give you the link that if you want to make it a girls' weekend, come out and make it a girls' weekend, right? And stay at the Hyatt at the riverfront, right? There's discounted rates, so you can get your ticket and you can come on in. So y'all, I can't wait to see you. My time is going. I don't want to keep you too long. I can't wait to celebrate with you. I love you. I love you. I love you. I want you to know that this is your time. This is your time to stop tolerating some of the things that you have been. This is your time to up level. This is your time to celebrate you. This is your time to be inspired, to be empowered. It's your time. I love you and I celebrate you. God bless you, and I will see you next time. Take care. Listen, see you soon. Bye-bye.